broadcast ready.
Good evening and welcome to this live Sky News broadcast here from Labour Party HQ, where a statement from the leader of the Labour Party is expected very shortly. We don't know what the statement will be with regards to, but we are now going to bring the statement to your attention, so expect it very shortly.
I'll now be starting today's emergency session within our headquarters. I first of all thank you for everyone who has joined within game, and I also thank Sky for covering tonight's broadcast. As we all know, recently today we had a house session in which the deputy leader of the Labour Party said and used racial language. Now, this has been a top story, apart from obviously the Scottish referendum, and I will comment and say congratulations to the Scottish government and the Scottish people, but also congratulations to us, the British people, because this is going to make a massive difference to our community. But getting back to the subject, the deputy leader, Boyan Gamer YT, has been officially removed as Shadow Home Secretary and as a Member of Parliament. He has also had his party party membership suspended pending investigation. Until these investigations go, I will have the Shadow Defence Secretary as the acting deputy leader until further investigation goes through within the party. It is very most likely that the National Executive will go against the deputy leader and will make him resign, or either he will get a motion of no confidence against him. I will say this right now. The Labour Party does not stand for any racial language. However, I will mention this. Labour Party aren't at fault just for this as well. I believe the Reform UK Party, who are also using racial language during the session, should take accountability for their own actions as well. As we saw, there was a joke between the Prime Minister and the Defence Secretary, who was also the First Secretary of State. They were using racial language within the House chamber, and which is not appropriate at all. Although it is a joke for them, it also has been taken not a joke to many others. And in such a respective chamber, we can't allow such language to continue. So as I have confirmed, Bongi Gamer YT has been suspended with his party membership. The National Executive will further an investigation, and the party will discuss a motion of no confidence or his resignation, as well as he has been removed as a member of parliament, as well as the Shadow Home Secretary. I believe this change is sad for me because I have a good relationship with Isaac, who is the deputy leader. He has helped me bring Labour to once again a strong party that serves the British people. But one thing I will assure the British people now, we do not allow racial language. But now, after this statement, I do hope the Reform UK party takes similar action on themselves and possibly issue their own apology to the British people for using such racial language within the chamber. But what happens on my benches, I take responsibility as a leader. And so to the British people, I am sorry. However, that I am still in politics to serve, and that has never changed. I personally believe the action we have took is in the best interest of not only the party, but in politics itself within Project Britannia. I believe group management have mentioned it before, that racial language has no place within this group, and that consequences will be given. But also, I will also mention that although the Speaker wasn't present within the House today, and he hasn't been present in quite a while now, he also needs to take a bit of responsibility because he needs to continue to keep order within the House of Commons, in which he has failed to do so long he has been Speaker of the House of Commons. I'll be contacting the Prime Minister in hope he will support me collecting signatures for the motion of no confidence of our current Speaker, as it has seems that he is more interested in posting and finding more new members to join his office than rather serving the office he has been put in itself. That is all from me. However, I do hope Reform UK takes some action for their offence as well within these matters. But once again, Labour do not tolerate racial language being put to others. And so again, I do also apologise to the Secretary of State for Defence. Thank you, everyone.
So there, as the Labour leader concludes his statement, we will reflect briefly on what was said in there. That he has suspended his deputy party leader pending an investigation by his committee of the National Executive in the Labour Party. However, from that statement, we can expect that he is not going to remain as deputy leader. He will either be forced out of office by his own decision making, or he will be voted out by the National Executive of the Labour Party. We can only wait and see what will happen. And just while that news is coming in, I do want to bring some more news to your attention. We're getting some images exclusively from number 10, I believe it is, where we are getting some quite disturbing pictures of a possible fire that has broken outside Downing Street. At this time, we don't know what the cause of it is, but we do believe the London Fire Brigade are on scene and have taken control of the fire, so it is no longer there. But we can now bring you some images of what we're seeing from Downing Street. As you may be able to see on your screen, there is a fire with the Prime Minister spectating in there saying he was, quote, homeless. I was there on the scene at the time of the fire, not unable to report on it, and it was seen that the fire had been caused from an internal electrical issue inside number 12 Downing Street, which is then spread to number 11. But we don't know the full extent of the damage since we were requested to all leave, but the Prime Minister and all the Cabinet were safely evacuated, and this fire occurred after the meeting with the Scottish Government, which Cabinet Ministers from Scotland said to me on the way out was very promising, and they are looking forward to the future and to accept more from them in the coming days and hours. This is all we have to report on Sky News. We will now end this broadcast. Thank you for watching.